Welcome back. Great taste with Susan Reese and Manitoba pork, and that sausage, kale, and potato soup, really delicious. You want to let that kale sort of cook down a little bit, but not too much, just like she said. And now we're off to pork and cashew curry country here. Pack your meals with flavor. We've already got this going, but you're going to show us how we build this whole sort of base for this.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with some nice lean pork loin. So pork loin, very, very versatile. It's not just for Sunday roasts, right? Sunday dinner. You can cut this into thick chops for the grill. You can do thinner chops and bread them. You can cut cubes, which we've done here today, or you can do strips for stir fries. Lots of versatility in a pork loin.
Yeah, okay.
Very economical too.
And that's what we're using today, obviously.
That's what we're using today. So what we've done is we've sliced our roast, about 1.5 pounds, into pretty even-sized cubes. I mean, that's just going to help with even cooking. And we've marinated them in some curry paste. So this recipe calls for hot curry paste. Again, I like the spice.
Susan with the spice.
Yeah, but you can use mild as well. The only difference that I noticed making it with mild curry paste is that the colors will be a little bit different.
Because one's green, right? Or
well,
greenish?
no, it's more yellow. It's just that with the hot, you get a little bit more spices in there, and it just makes for a different colored curry.
Okay.
But before we put the curry in, we've got some onions that we're frying here. So quite a bit of onion. And then once you get them nice and brown, we're going to add some ginger.
And I like how you've cooked the onion, or sorry, sliced the onion here as well.
Yeah, just like longer pieces, just something different.
Yeah.
Ginger, and then obviously some garlic.
Obviously.
I know, just can't seem to get away with
mention it anymore.
It's like, without onion and garlic and ginger, right? So you want to just stir fry that for about another, 30 seconds to a minute, just to get, just until it's fragrant.
Oh, it's fragrant.
And with ginger and garlic, you always want to be careful that you're not burning it, because the garlic, will get bitter on you, right? So we'll just...
And it doesn't take long.
And you can smell the flavors. So once that's sauteed a little bit, we're just going to push the onion off to the side a bit. And this is when we bring in the marinated
the heavy hitter.
cubes.
Pork loin marinated goodness.
Did you know pork loin is a lean cut of pork that has few calories and very little fat? When cooked properly, it's cherished by meat lovers for its mild taste and juicy texture, making it a great choice for taking on the flavors of all types of global cuisine. Pork loin, like other cuts of Canadian pork, including the pork raised right here in Manitoba, is considered high quality, nutrient rich, and never contains added growth hormones. Oh, I think we got it. Okay. So there might be some juices in the bowl, meat juices, and that's fine too. So we're gonna cook this, the pork, for about 5 to 6 minutes. Like, we're not gonna fully cook it in here, because we're gonna let it simmer after. But
it's really just about browning it.
It's just about browning it, and you have to, this isn't quite like a stir fry, so you have to kind of be a little bit patient and let the cubes brown, and not stir them constantly, right?
I'm stirring all the time.
I know, and that's the hard part. It's like sometimes you have to have a little bit of patience.
It's almost like you consciously flip them after, you're not constantly stirring, but you do want to flip them after 30 seconds a minute. Just kind of get the sides all brown.
You basically just want to cook it for 5 or 6 minutes. If it's still, the pork needs to be still rare in the middle, because we are going to simmer it longer once we add the other ingredients.
Yeah, and we don't want to overcook the pork.
Right. No. So let's just fast forward a little bit here. If this were all cooked the way that it needed to be, then we would add our vegetable broth. And there isn't a whole lot of broth, unlike our soup.
This is like the leftover broth from the last recipe.
Vegetable broth, though, this time. And then we ground up some cashews. So what I did is I bought whole cashews, and then I have this little tiny food processor at home that I just stuck them in, and then just grind it down to almost next to nothing.
I have a coffee grinder, like a little bean grinder that I never use to grind coffee beans, that I use for nuts particularly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So there's our cashews, and then we're gonna add some yogurt.
Now, what kind is that? What's the word I'm looking for? Go on.
This is Balkan-style yogurt.
Balkan-style.
This is just, as you can see, it's a lot more runny than, like, say, a Greek yogurt.
That's what I wanted to say, Greek. All right.
I don't think it really tastes a lot different.
But it's more the
just
consistency of it.
Yeah, I think it's just prepared differently. And then you're going to mix all of that in. So it takes a couple minutes to get it all. But again, it goes pretty easily just because of the consistency of Balkan-style yogurt. Oop, I should have worn my apron. The one day that I don't.
Job hazard, you know. What are you going to do?
So once it's all mixed together, we're going to let that just all simmer for about 8 to 10 minutes. So that's when the pork is going to finish cooking. All those flavors are going to combine. And once that's done, and again, you don't need to worry about overcooking the pork because loin, you want to make sure that it's not overcooked, otherwise it'll be dry.
Right.
But once it's cooked down, it looks like this.
Yeah, and
So,
I mean, it really doesn't, as long as you're organized enough to put it in remember to marinate it the night before, it really doesn't take that long to put together.
It only needs 2 to 4 hours to marinate, but you can leave it overnight as well. And then we're going to add in the peas. So if you want to just dump all those peas in here.
Yes, I do.
They're probably still frozen, which is fine, but I mean, peas don't take long to cook. So put them in, and then you're just going to let that sit for about 5 minutes. So the peas are going to add a nice burst of color to this curry.
That's nice.
And then again, season with some salt and pepper if you feel that you need it. And then we're going to add some cilantro.
Just pop that right in?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the whole dish gets served over basmati rice.
I could eat curry day in, day out, and so thank you very much for sharing that. Pork and cashew curry here with Manitoba Pork. When we come back, produced on the prairies here on Great Tastes.